What's going on, guys? It's your boy Matt, back at it again with another trading related video. This video is just going to be a quick tutorial for those people who are watching my videos but do not understand what's going on the screen and couldn't make sense of all those numbers and colors. What do they all mean? Right? This is just going to be a brief, quick explanation of what you're looking at on the screen when I'm trading and kind of make sense of what I'm talking about when I'm trading. When I say certain things, what does it mean and how does it relate to what you're actually looking at on the screen, right? How much I'm up on the day, how much I'm down on the day, and all those things, right? So let's just get right into it, and I'll explain what each different part means so you can kind of have a better understanding of how they all come together. All right, so the first thing that you notice is this big part right here. This is called the chart, and the chart is basically a simple way of showing a particular price movement. So if you want to show a price movement of a particular security and you put it on a map, you put it on a graph and you want to show it, this is how you show it. This particular kind of, there are several ways to show on a chart. This particular chart is called a Japanese candlestick. There's a line chart. Which one is this one here? It's the same thing, but it has lines rather than this green and red colorful things. Now the green and red, the colorful things, what they means is when the price goes up, the green it shows green. When the price goes down, it shows red, right? So that's the first thing. It's simply just showing you when the price goes up, it goes with the green color up. When the price falls, it falls with the red candle. So that is the price movement within a given time frame, right? And what you're looking at here at the side, these are the number, the amount of price. These are the amount of price, right? What it means is that when you see 129, it means $129. And this price is set per one share, right? So this is the value of one share at this particular price. So as you can see, when this is indicating, you can see green right here, when the price is indicating $132, it means the price of one shares of Nike, right? NKE, Nike, is basically $132. Right? When it falls, this starts to fall, right? That's what I mean. So remember, this is the price. This right here, this is the y-axis. This right here, the x-axis. This is a time frame, right? So the reason why they have a time frame, and this is a time frame, is because if you want to look at a particular price action within a given period of time. So let's say you want to look at how much this went up from last year. So how much was it last year to how much is it after a year later, right? So if you want to see that time frame, you can change the time frame, right? Or if you want to see in the last month, from a month ago, what was the price? Today, what was the price? Or if you want to get even more closer and say, what was the price at today's before market open and today's after market close? If it went up, it would show with the green candle up. If it goes down, it would show with the red candle down. So the way you do that is you click on daily here, and as you can see, it would show you each candle represents the start of the day and the end of the day. So if the price goes down, it will show you with the red down. If the price goes up, it will show you with the green up. So that's what it means just on the daily chart. It would just show you the daily. And this one right here is just 1 minute. What it means is that what was the price at the start of that 1 minute, right? For this 1 minute right here, this big green one, as you can see, before that minute opened, right, the price was $118. By the time that 1 minute closed, the price has risen all the way to $125. So that is indicated by this candlestick, indicating that the price went up from this price to this price. So you're matching the candle with the level price that it matches at the side, right? That's how you read it. And this little part here, as you guys can see, this is the volume. So let's say there's a buyer, there's someone wants to sell 1,000 shares at $130 of this Nike, right? So if they want to sell at $130 and you want to buy that from them, and you pay and you buy them at $130 per share, and you buy those 1,000 shares, what happens on here on the chart, it would go green and it would print green from whatever the price is to 130. So the higher it goes, the higher it follows, right? And when people start selling and the price starts to go down, so let's say there's a bad news or the company is going bankrupt or something like that, and the price starts to fall, it would start to print this, it would start to show this red candles that are pointing down, and the price starts to fall. So that is what it means on the chart. So that's the price action, that's the volume, how much, what a volume is, how much shares were traded on that particular minute. Or if you decided to look at on a daily, how much volume was traded on that particular one day, right? So that's how you use the time frame to change to give you kind of a perspective of what the movement of the price action is on that particular given period of time. The next thing that you look at here, this thing right here, this is called the order box or the level 2 montage, right? So what this is basically is this is showing you what the price, people who want to buy it and at what price they want to buy it, and people who want to sell it and at what price they want to sell it, right? So if I want to sell Apple for $140 and I would put out an order saying, okay, I want to sell this $140, I'll put it out here, and every trader who has access to this platform would be able to see that my order, that one guy, me, trying to sell for $140 out there. They see the order. If they want to pay for it, then they can buy it off me. If they don't want to, right here, sometimes sometimes they don't want to pay for 140. Sometimes they want to pay for 130. So they put on a buy order at 130. So now we have to meet somewhere halfway, right? Because I'm trying to sell for 140 and they're trying to buy it for 130. So that's how it works. This is where you see those orders in shifting, right? The next part that you guys can see here, this is called the time and sales. Now what a time and sales is, once the people who wanted to buy and sell on the level 2 actually buy and sell, right here, the price transaction hasn't happened. This is just people's orders sitting out there and how much they want to sell it and how much they want to buy it. So people who want to sell it has not found a buyer for that particular price they're asking for yet. That's what you see here. But once they found at that price and the transaction happens, then it would show you this on this level 2, the price where it was sold, how many shares, and at what time. And it would also show you on the chart at what price it was bought, and then it would also at the bottom would indicate the share size for that one particular minute, right? So that's the difference. So on this one right here would display only the price action and kind of a volume, but the volume is everyone's volume in that 1 minute. But this one right here would show you the wish orders, how much people want to buy it for, how much people want to sell it for. Right here is after they bought it and sold it, for how much they bought it and sold it. Would show you here. Now the next thing you're looking at is this thing here. This is exactly the same thing as it's a chart. Basically, I'm looking at it a bigger time frame. I'm looking at 5 minutes. So right here, it's showing me what the price was at the start of that 5 minute, and right here, it's showing me what the price was at the closing end of that 5 minutes. Right. So this is 5 minute chart. So I'm looking at the chart in a 5 minute increments. This is a 1 minute chart, and I'm looking at the chart in 1 minute increment. So I'm looking at the price action, whether it has fallen or risen, in 1 minute increments. This is a line chart, it does the same thing. Now the next thing that you're looking at here, this is basically the portfolio. This is where you see how many shares that particular trader, this is how you see this. No one else can have access to this. Everyone else can see this. Everyone else can see this. They can see the chart, they can see the order, but they cannot see the portfolio. The portfolio is specific to that trader. Now what it shows here in the portfolio is here it says equity. At the part where it says equity, it shows how much money you actually have on that account. And this is in US dollars, right? So in this account, I have $5,317 at the moment. So I started this account with $2,000 about a week ago. So from $2,000 about a week ago, I have risen this account, I have made about $3,300 in just 1 week. Right, that's what is showing equity. The second thing it's showing is shares traded. So let's say if you have if you want to buy 100 shares of Tesla, and you buy 100 shares of Tesla, and you want to buy 100 shares of, say, Facebook or Twitter, now here on shares traded, it would show 200 shares. It means you as a trader, that particular trader, traded 200 shares. Someone else might be trading, 50,000 shares or 60,000 shares. It would show them in their portfolio that they traded 50,000, 60,000 shares. The next thing you're looking at is daily total. What that means is right now, as you guys can see on the day today, from not yesterday, not the day before, just today, from the day open to the day close, right now I am up 565 US dollars. Right, this display how much you're up or down on that particular day. Right, and this one resets the total day, resets every day, so it only shows you why you're up or down on that given day. But the equity obviously shows you, how much generally you're up on a day. So if I was down today, $300, tomorrow it would show me only $5,000, right? Now the day realized and day unrealized, these can get a little bit confusing, but I'll try to explain it as much as I can. So what a day unrealized is, right? So let's say it's basically so you buy shares. So let's say you bought Apple or whatever for $130, right? So you bought Apple $130. You bought 100 shares for $130, and that thing, the price goes up from $130 to $131. Since you already have 100 shares and each share is worth $130 and you have 100 of them, and they all gained $1 per share profit because now the price has risen to 131. It means that you have gained $100 because you've gained $1 per share for each share that you own. That would show on a daily unrealized. And if you're down, if the price goes down to 29, then it would show minus $100. So when you're up, it would show within green. You're up, $100. When you're down on those shares, it would show you're down 100. Now the way I can explain this is, so let's say you go into that. So now with this one, you don't have the actual cash. What you have is the shares. So what are in your account are shares. So let's say you go and buy a phone and you pay $1,000 for the phone. And you walk out that shop and the price, if you're trying to sell the phone, it's no longer worth $1,000. It probably is worth $800. So that phone is worth $800. You're still up $800, right? But you have lost $200. $200 of capital you have lost, right? But you don't have the cash on your hand. You have the phone. So the phone has lost value. Same thing. You have the shares, and the value of the shares, whether they go up or down, that is called unrealized. The reason why it's unrealized is because you have not locked in the hard cash in your account. What a daily realized means that when you sell that phone and you take that $800 and you hold it in your hand, that's what it means. Daily realized means the actual money is in your account. You have realized that from shares into money, right? The same thing. So when you have a phone, sometimes the phone price could go up. So let's say you bought a video game or something like that, the price went up or a watch, the price went up a year later. So even though the price went up, your equity value went up, but you don't have the hard cash until you sell it. So that's what it means. So when you have the shares, it's unrealized, whether they're up or down. And when you actually sell them and turn it into money, then it's realized. Now the next thing you guys can look at here is the ticker name. This is called, so for Nike, basically it's NKE. So you don't write Nike or anything like that. Every company that is traded publicly at the stock market would have abbreviated a short name for it, right? So for Tesla, for example, it's TSLA. TSLA, right? TSLA is for Tesla. Every other company would have different names, and these are all the stocks that I traded today, right? These are all different companies. Some of them are pharmaceutical companies, some of them are shipping companies. So I've traded multiple different kind of companies, and all because then you don't want to write Tesla because it's longer and stuff like that. To make it easier between people and stuff like that, it's abbreviated and it represents that company, right? So that's what it means. I hope this kind of gives you a kind of clear idea, especially when it comes to the portfolio area. What does it mean when you gain? What does it mean when you lose it, right? So that gives you kind of maps out a kind of picture of what you're looking at on the chart, right? So this on the screen, right? So this is basically the price action, what people are trying to buy and sell it for. This one right here. This one right here is after they bought and sold. This one right here is specific to the actual trader, and basically it shows how much you're up, down, and which stocks you bought and sold, right? This one right here is a level 2. It's the same thing as that. These charts are the same thing as that, except a different time frame. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I hope this kind of clears up things a little bit. And if you have not subscribed or liked my channel, please do so, so that it would help me grow my account and put out a better educational content for you guys. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much.